The G43, officially the Gewehr 43, Karabiner 43, or translated to Gun 43 or Carbine 43, is a 2-star RF that's available from normal construction or from stage drops from stage 2-5 onwards. After experimenting with a semi-automatic infantry rifle, which produced the G41 models developed by Mauser and Walther, not to be confused with the G41 assault rifle developed by H&K, it was found that the Mauser design was completely unreliable in combat scenarios, and though the Walther variant did do better than the Mauser, it still had reliability issues. The issue stemmed from a design demand made, which was not to have any gas ports to cycle the loading mechanism, which forced Mauser and Walther to use unreliable mechanisms. During Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the USSR, German troops captured some numbers of SVT-38 and SVT-40s, returning some to Germany for examination and experimentation. They found that the SVTs use a simpler gas mechanism, and instead of using stripper clips, used detachable box magazines, being overall superior and simpler to the G41. In 1943, Walther combined the gas system of the SVT with aspects of a G41 to create the G43, which was adopted in 1943. The new G43 was reportedly tougher than the G41, so much so that German mountain troops used them as ladder rungs during climbing. Outside of their use by World War II Germany, they were also used by the East German border troops and Volkspolizei, as well as the Czechoslovak People's Army for post-war use. Some G43s were equipped with ZF-43 or ZF-4 4x scopes for designated marksman or sniper roles, with plans for adding suppressors and rifle grenade launchers. However, these were deemed unsuccessful. The G43 is a gas-operated, short-stroke piston, flapper-locking, semi-automatic rifle, firing the 7.92 by 57mm Mauser cartridge from a 10-round detachable box magazine, or fed by 5-round stripper clips, out to a range of 500 meters with iron sights, or 800 meters with a scope. In her character art, drawn by Hippos, G43 wears what appears to be the M36 infantryman uniform. She wears a dark gray button-up coat with gold accent striping, a dark gray pleated skirt with a white line near the bottom, a dark gray button-up jacket with a white line near the bottom, red armbands with white stripes near the top and bottom, gold buttons, and a medal, an iron cross earring, a wedge with an aiguillette and ribbon, white thigh highs with a red stripe near the top, and black lace-up boots with red laces. Her rank on her collar indicates she's either a senior corporal or staff sergeant. She holds her G43 with both hands, with her hand completely away from the trigger. The G43 she has is the standard variant with a ZF scope, what appears to be a second trigger in front of the original trigger, possibly being a safety, even though I believe the safety is near the rear of the firing mechanism, and the rear stock is too high. In her voice lines, voiced by Yamane Nozomi, who also voices Javelin, Pennsylvania, and York in Azure Lane, G43 often checks to see if the commander is doing alright.
いつも作戦指示お疲れ様です。今日はゆっくり休みましょう。お元気でしたか G 指揮官、私がどんな姿になっても選んでくださるというのですかダンケシェン、ずっとおそばにいさせてください。あなたのお声を聞きながらこれからも成長してまいります。タクティクの準備はできたかしら
Like some RFs, G43's main role is increasing her own rate of fire for a short period of time, depending on the type of battle. Her tiles only affect HGs, reducing their skill cooldown by 10%, and is best positioned on tile 4, or tiles 1 and 7 if you don't care about losing a tile. At level 10, her skill, Assault Focus N, has G43 increase her rate of fire by 85% during night and 28% during the day for 5 seconds. This has an 8-second ICD and 8-second NCD. At night, her rate of fire increases to 74, during the day, it's 51. When fully linked at level 100 and maxed out, G43 has 80 HP per link for a total of 400, consumes 55 ammo in 90 rations, deals 111 damage, has 28 evasion, 58 accuracy, 40 rate of fire, 7 move speed, a 40% crit rate, and deals 150% damage on crit. G43 is able to equip telescopic sights, hollow sights, red dot sights, suppressors, AP ammo, microchips, rangefinders, and capes. The recommended equipment for G43 is a 5-star scope, 5-star AP ammo, and 5-star cape. This gives her -3 move speed, plus 48% crit rate, plus 25% crit damage, and plus 180 armor pen. This brings her stats to 4 move speed, 88% crit chance, 175 crit damage, and 195 armor pen. You know, it's really quite depressing to see a 2-star so close, yet so far from being a decent 2-star option. The majority of her stats aren't that bad, specifically her rate of fire and damage, and the rate of fire self-buff skill was always a nice addition, and should place her amongst the ranks of, SVD, M14, WA2000. But her accuracy is second to last for rifles, her ICD is the same length as her NCD, 8 seconds, and the biggest drawback of them all, the rate of fire buff is geared towards night battles. In night battles, she gets almost double her rate of fire, but only 1/4 in the daytime. She had the potential to be a great rate of fire 2-star rifle, like an alternative to M14 SVD WA2000, and it was just squandered. Just wait until you get M14, who's really not all that hard to get, and use her instead, because her skill isn't locked behind what time of day it is, and she gets a good mod. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates. I also stream and are currently streaming Metal Gear Solid 3, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.